This is a great characteristic I want to share with you right now. It's balance between risk, fun, and creative process. Those involved work through freedom and flexibility to find the best path to complete their task assignments. So the well-living workplace, remember again, it's a journey that you're on. You're lighting up a path for you to follow and for other people to follow. And what needs to happen is that there needs to be some measure of risk. Now you may not be able to get every element of risk nailed down, but you got to have some kind of risk. You got to have a little bit of the mojo come up and enjoy yourself, right? Take that little extra step, and that's where the risk comes in. The other part that you're working on is finding out what's the fun element of work. Because boy, do we get serious sometimes. And what we need to do is find a way in which to bring the fun and the playfulness out. For many years, one of my main staples of work was to bring fun into the workplace, and we would do team-related events, and I would use things like play parachutes and tennis balls, and we do group juggling, and even the rafting work that we did. We'd take people on rafting trips and get them to do different kinds of activities. It was how do you bring the fun into the well-living workplace? And it can be simple things that can be done inside if it's wintertime and it's cold out. And there's things that can be done in the summertime and it can be done in the shade. There's all different ways in which to have fun with one another. So I would encourage you to bring out the word play sort of as like your middle name and make it very playful for people. Now the next piece of this balance off is the creative process. Wow, this one, wow. How can you bring out the creative process in the creation of the well-living workplace? Because the creative process is really about balancing creativity and innovation. Creativity is about coming up with new ideas from what's going on around you, and innovation is using those ideas in new and different ways. And being able to bring that creative process to play is just awesome. And I think of things like, how do you start drawing your minutes of your meetings? Like getting up on the whiteboard and drawing out what's happening, coloring it up. There's a creative process there for you. Another creative process you might think about is, how do you hold a meeting standing rather than sitting down? And I'll tell you one thing that I've learned is have a standing meeting, things get done quicker because people want to go back to their chairs and sit down, and they'll go back to their offices. So I'm just giving you some sense of creative process, fun, to lighten it up, right? To be able to sort of see the workplace in a little bit of a different way. And that's what the well-living workplace is about. The other element that I would just share with you here is, for the task assignments, is how do you bring the creative process into the task assignments that are given to people? Because we've learned already that people have a uniqueness to them, because people have a unique way of learning. People have a unique way of expressing themselves and educating. So how you, as someone who might be a manager leader, sees things, you have to give people a bit of freedom and the flexibility to use this creative process, this fun, to be able to find different ways in which to deal with the tasks that are given to them. Because people don't always do it the way that you would do it. So I would open up your possibilities, let it go, and see what happens for yourself. So what we're going to then do is move into the last of the characteristics. So we're going to hit number 10, which is people work in service for others. So there's something about how you can serve others and be your best for the world.